Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Hey guys, we're your hosts, Em and Jay, and today we wanted to take a look at the new promo material for Disney's upcoming movie, Cruella, which will be giving the spotlight to 101 Dalmatians villain Cruella De Vil. In a similar vein to the Maleficent movie, Disney already has a live-action 101 Dalmatians, otherwise they might have just done another remake. Instead, this seems more like an origin story for Cruella De Vil, although based on the trailer, I can't help but feel like this doesn't really capture Cruella De Vil. It feels a little bit more like Harley Quinn, and that Disney is just chasing trends instead of actually rebooting their classic character, but they're also trying to use nostalgia to get people's attention, and I'm not sure if they can really have their cake and eat it too. The movie takes place in 1970s London, and apparently it's supposed to explore the punk rock scene, but the trailer doesn't really come off that way. It plays Who's Sorry Now, which isn't even from the 70s, and it feels more like they're looking into the subculture of high fashion than punk rock. Cruella goes to a gala and makes this big statement in her entrance. Everyone else is wearing black and white and she's wearing this deep red number. I just don't see what any of this has to do with music that's supposed to shake up the status quo. They could at least be playing a Sex Pistols song. 101 Dalmatians premiered in 1961, with Cruella De Vil as the villain, and she definitely left an impression. She's Anita's old schoolmate, and she just shows up when she finds out that Anita's dog is having puppies, and just expects to be able to buy all of them without even asking if they're for sale. Cruella has a very larger-than-life personality and lifestyle. She's rich, wears furs, and drives a fancy car, but she'll also openly mock someone in their own home. She's someone who clearly has no respect for others, or their things, or their lives. And when she wants something, nothing's gonna stop her. I also think she believes she's above manners, since she used a cupcake to snuff out her cigarette, and dumped her cigarette ashes into the tea Anita was offering her, and broke their window after she makes fun of them for being poor, because the family refused to sell her their newborn puppies. Literally newborn. She was probably stalking them, since she showed up the very moment they were born, without anyone contacting her. Cruella decides she just has to have a fur coat made out of Dalmatian skins. She just likes the pattern, which she references when she looks at a picture of Pongo and Perdita. She sees her old schoolmate's dog and thinks, I should make a coat out of that. Who cares if other people have a problem with that? I'm gonna look good. But when Roger and Anita refuse to sell her any puppies, she gets so mad she breaks their window and hires goons to just kidnap the puppies for her. She's also very manipulative. She calls Anita after the puppy napping and pretends that she's so sorry that this happened, and how she hopes that they turn up safely. So she knows her actions are hurting people, but she couldn't care less, as long as she benefits. I love the scene where she's driving around town looking for the puppies, after they escaped from her goons. She's like a shark circling a life raft. All of this behavior certainly is crazy, but she's probably just entitled. In her mind, she probably believes she deserves everything she wants, and if people deny her, that's their fault, not hers. I think she's spoiled, conceited, and egotistical. Meanwhile, in this trailer, she's talking about how people were afraid of her because they thought she'd be psycho, but she was just born a little crazy. But I don't think Cruella would really see herself that way. First of all, she probably wouldn't care what other people thought of her. She'd probably just write them off as mongrels, who can't understand her vision because they aren't sophisticated enough. This trailer feels more along the lines of Joker, someone who starts out not in the best frame of mind, but then gets pushed too far by society, causing them to go over the edge. Apparently her real name is Estella, but she ends up becoming Cruella because of the events of the film.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
It also seems like they're trying to make her more sympathetic and even empowering to women, because she has a line where she says, I am woman, hear me roar. She says that she sees the world differently from everyone else, and other people have a problem with that. Kind of like she's some kind of quirky underdog. They even show some Dalmatians growling at her, but without the context of her being a puppy killer. That fact isn't brought up at all in this trailer. Instead, it's talking about how she wanted to make a statement, so it comes off more like they're threatened by her success, instead of because she was trying to hurt them for her own personal gain, since she wants their skins to make a fur coat. I just hope they don't use this movie as revisionist history for 101 Dalmatians, the way the Maleficent movie did to Sleeping Beauty. A puppy killer isn't exactly an empowering figure to me, so hopefully they don't go that route, or try to justify her in some way, especially since Cruella De Vil is such an iconic and memorable character already. She's known for being a confident and imposing figure, and they probably don't don't need to go out of their way to explain everything about her, especially when it seems like they aren't really capturing the fundamentals of her character, where she's constantly trying to make a statement, but she already makes statements just being herself, and she's very unapologetic about it. Overall, I feel like this movie is mostly an excuse for Disney to make a response to Harley Quinn, rather than give Cruella De Vil an origin story, because she really doesn't need one. Cruella in the cartoon is a very confident character, and not someone who concerns herself with other people's opinions. But now Disney's trying to make her sympathetic and relatable. She lives in a society, and that's why she became this way. Not from being conceited and selfish, she's just a woman with strong opinions, and society's not ready for that. Do they really expect us to sympathize and relate to a woman who is going to murder puppies to make them into a coat?
I want the job done tonight.
How are we gonna do it?
Any way you like, poison them, drown them, bash them in the head.
I would like to see Anita in this movie. She and Cruella were schoolmates, but Cruella keeps barging into their house and being really rude while Anita just puts up with it. A part of me feels like Cruella kept up with Anita just to get to her dog. Perdita is terrified of Cruella. She knows when she's coming before anyone else does and runs to hide. Was Cruella targeting Perdita in case she ever had puppies? That's a pretty creepy thought. But those were our thoughts. What do you guys think? Is this direction for Cruella De Vil something you're interested in? Or are you a fan of the original cartoon version? Do you think this version is more in line with the original Cruella De Vil or Harley Quinn? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like and subscribe to this channel to see more content like this. And before we go, we'd like to give a shout out to our members: Caleb Nelson, Stutania, Tyrant Carnivore, Adam K, Shiny Orc Boy, Taylor Ramirez, The Rabbit Mancer, Dash Hound, Haley Kosheva, Ray Thulu, Hunter Rose, General Bolivar, Depth Charge Media, Samaru163, and Kopitio Bozinski. Thanks so much for your support. If you'd like to become a member, you can hit the join button next to the subscribe button. We also have a buy me coffee if you want to support us that way. Link in the description below. Thanks for watching this video, we really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye everyone. Bye guys.